There goes Elron. Look at him. Look at him. Take a picture of me. I love it. I love it. They're so goofy. So what they think is they're like intimidating somebody. Imagine thinking that intimidates me. Oh God. Look at this guy.
Mr. Goody, what's the problem? You're harassing people.
This is not harassment. I am educating the public about a cult. Your cult. You gave your life to this. You signed a billion-year contract, and you're saying something's dumb?
And I did.
You signed a...
What's the definition of Scientology?
Cult. It's called a cult. It's called a cult. The definition of Scientology is called a cult. The definition.
Important things to do than...
I don't have more important things to do than to shut down a cult. I don't. You know why?
Really?
Because these people are unhappy. A lot of them are unhappy being in your cult, and they would like to leave. Here you go.
You know exactly why.
There you go.
There's security here.
Exactly why. Right, to make sure they don't run off.
Hollywood
to make sure they don't run off.
We're in
What's the crime rate of Danny Masterson, huh? Who did he rape? Let's talk about the child trafficking, the human trafficking. It's super high because of Scientology.
This is not. Go do something else.
Do me a favor. Stop stepping forward. Step out of my space. Take a step back. Do not step forward again. If you step forward into my space again, I will take that as an act of aggression. Do you understand? Scientology. Yeah. We are going to show you what a day in the life of a Sea Org member is like. Tens of millions of years ago, they had overcrowding over in other galaxies. So this guy Xenu, I'm telling you something. He froze 1 billion people like popsicles, froze them. And then he put them on planes and dropped them off in Earth. Now, I mean, when I say planes, remember this is millions of years ago. And they used DC-7 airplanes. I gotta tell you, I don't know if the manufacturer was in business back then. But anyway, they flew them over here, 1 billion people. And they dropped them in a volcano. This is this religion, this is what they believe. They dropped those frozen popsicle people in a volcano. And then dropped like an atomic bomb on it. Right? You with me? You staying with me? Right? And essentially the souls from those people went up in the air, and I guess they got intercepted and spun out, and they were flung all over Earth. I think they call it, Earth is called, they call it Tigigak, something weird, I don't get it. They threw those souls and they got flung out all over Earth. And then they attached to us, to the people. So we got these, they call them Thetans. There they are. Oh, look at them. He's like, oh man, look at that. He's out there, guys. He's out there. So anyway, they flung these souls of these people, these popsicle people that they put in the volcano and used an atomic weapon on them. It's just, you know, but anyway, those souls got flung out and they attached to us. And so their whole goal is to unattach those souls from us, those Thetans. We have to unattach, have those unattached from us. And then once we do that, I'll be honest with you, they say that they live forever. They live forever, that's what they think. You know, it's a wild story, right? Now, I'll go to the movies and see that story. I will. I maybe, probably not. I probably won't, to be honest with you. But it's just one of those stories you say, okay, you know, it's kind of goofy. But imagine hearing that story and saying, oh my God, I love it so much. It all makes sense now. Now, I'm going to give my life to this. I mean, I'm not just going to join it like a regular religion. I mean, I'm going to completely give it all my money, give up my family, give up my friends, go join this place, hop on the bus, on the spaceship, on the Space Navy ship, and hop on that bus, go back to this apartment building, I guess just read Dianetics nonstop, and then come back to work every day over here at this building and work 6-7 days a week, make absolutely no money, as you keep on learning more and more about that story I just told you. I mean, that's just a tiny bit. That's a tiny bit. I mean, it keeps on going on. I mean, if you really want to look at what their so-called Bible looks like, if you just Google operating Thetans, or if you go to WikiLeaks, has the actual document, you can download it and read through it. I mean, it's 10:18 now. They're a little delayed. I think they're gonna get a little less sleep. Oh God. Look at this guy.
Mr. Goody, what's the problem?
Oh, see, they call me out by name. What's my problem? I have no problem. Do you have a problem?
You got the camera, not me.
Okay, there you go. I was minding my business. I didn't ask you to come over here. If you want to keep me company, knock yourself out. I don't really care.
Not really.
Okay, good.
This is like you're harassing people.
This is not harassment. This is. I am educating the public about a cult. Your cult. I mean, just because you want to be in a cult, I think the public has a right to know. Matter of fact,
you don't care about a cult or anything. You care about LAPD. That's all over your Twitter page. That's what you do in life.
That's what I do in life. But what you do in life is you're a security guard in life.
No, I'm not.
Literally, you are a security guard for the Scientologist.
That's the dumbest thing you could say, man.
You are literally a security guard for the Scientologist. You're literally a security guard for the You gave your life to this. You signed a billion-year contract, and you're saying something's dumb.
And I did.
You signed a billion years. So I'm going to read to you. I'm going to read to you OT8 because it says here if I read OT8 to you. See, they think that if you read, so they have these different levels.
It's not
OT. Mind your business. Mind your business. I'm in. You wouldn't know because it's not your level. You're below it. So what I'm saying, because I have the operating thetan, and I'm going to show it to you right now. And possibly, if you believe what it says, you will explode in flames. Will you explode in flames? If you learn, I don't care.
What's the definition of Scientology?
Cult. It's called a cult. It's called a cult. The definition of Scientology is called a cult. The definition.
Mr. Goody.
The definition.
More important things to do than.
I don't have more important things to do than to shut down a cult. I don't. You know why?
Really?
Because these people are unhappy. A lot of them are unhappy being in your cult, and they would like to leave. And imagine, you know what? Why are you security guard? Why do they need? Why do you need security? Why do you need security? Why do you need security?
How many have you met?
Why does Scientology need security? To make sure they don't run off. You're here to make sure they don't run off. You make sure that they get on the bus. It's called Goo. It's not Goody. It's Goo.
It's Goo. Mr. Goo?
There you go.
You know exactly why.
There you go.
There's security here.
Exactly why. Right, to make sure they don't run off.
Hollywood Boulevard.
To make sure they don't run off.
We're in Hollywood
To make sure
Boulevard.
they don't run off.
What's the crime
To
rate?
make sure they don't run off.
rate?
To make sure that
What's the crime rate?
Scientology crime rate
in Hollywood?
is very high.
You know that.
Rapists
You
like
know that.
Danny
You know
Masterson.
that.
Danny Masterson.
What's the crime rate
of Danny Masterson,
What's the crime rate
Who do
in
you rape?
Hollywood?
Let's talk about the child trafficking,
crime rate
the
in
human
Hollywood?
trafficking. It's super high because of Scientology.
This is not harassment.
You're in my face. You're touching me. You literally put your hands on my camera.
Away, and you're moving forward.
I've been here. I've been in the same spot the whole time. Now let's talk about the crime rate in Hollywood.
Let's go down
Let's
here.
talk about the Scientology
Let's
crime
go down
rate.
here.
Right, because you don't want me to look at these guys going on a bus. You want to sit there and hide them going on a bus. Why do you want to hide them?
It's harassment.
What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
It's harassment.
It's called, well, it's subjective because I call it the First Amendment. I call it informative. You call it harassment. The difference is the truth is on my side. The truth is on my side.
Not truth, though.
The truth is on my side.
Not truth.
Well, you know what?
It's not truth.
I'm going to let people see what it's like a day in the life.
You've never
when these people, they're going to experience it right now. We're going to show them.
You have never experienced.
I don't care.
Yourself,
Who would want to? Who would want to? Who would want to? With your $1 billion contract.
Go do something else.
Do me a favor. Stop stepping forward. Step out of my space. Take a step back. Do not step forward again. If you step forward into my space again, I will take that as an act of aggression. Do you understand me?
You're on camera.
Well, you're on camera. You're being live streamed. I've told you, do not take another step toward me. Now you see where it is. Do not take another step toward me. Do not come in my space. Exactly. As I am. And you know what? I'm going to get a good look. And you know what I'm going to do? Every person that comes through here, I'm going to give them a chance to talk to their family.
But nobody
as they get on the bus.
Talking to anybody.
But
you.
Wait. Are you telling me that they will not? Are you telling me that? You're deciding for them.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, we're going to let them decide. It's a public sidewalk and it's a freedom of speech, right? There you go, big guy. There you go. Look at them wobbling. Look at them legs. What are your legs so wobbly for? My God. What happened to your legs?
You're a cool dude, because you can insult somebody about their fucking legs, man.
Oh, this guy's hiding.
Who can walk? Who can jog?
Mind your budget. I run marathons.
Jog, man. Really?
I run marathons. I run 8.
Look like you run a marathon.
I run 8 marathons. You can't even walk. You're wobbling, buddy.
Yeah.
You're wobbling. Right. The joints don't even bend.
It's all right. So what? You insult me because I walk?
You just said you know the thing is, my guy.
You don't even.
Get out of my face. I told you to get out of my face. Do not do it. I take that as a sign of it. If you come into my space. Right, and I'm on a sidewalk, but if you come into my space, mind your business. And you're being filmed.
Go somewhere else.
You're being right. No.
Go somewhere else.
It's a public sidewalk, like you said, right? There you
I'm
go.
talking to you,
Genius.
but you're the one
That's why
putting
you're a
the camera in my face.
you are like 50, 60 years old as a security guard for a Scientology. Now look at them. They're leaving to go around the block. Everybody's delayed because of you. Look at them going back there. Everybody's delayed because of you. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. That's why you are a security guard, buddy. You are like 60 years old and you've got nothing in life, but this is being a security guard for Scientology. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. It's good. I told you it's not goody, it's good. You're gonna say my name, you say my name right. Like nobody knows my name. Like I'm not a fucking activist out here. Like I'm not the #1 LAPD critic out here. You wouldn't fucking know. You're locked in a cult, you wouldn't even know. The cult is Scientology. The thing that you're in. Look at you. You signed a $1 billion contract and you're saying it's not a cult.
It's not a cult.
You signed a $1 billion contract.
It's not a cult.
Are you gonna step in my space again? Are you going to wobble into my space again?
We're on a sidewalk. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Oh, okay. There you go. So can I. Remember that goes both ways, buddy.
Yes, you can.
Remember it goes both ways. But remember something? I'm going to tell you right now.
Actually, if you're approaching,
I'm going to end your religion. Your religion is going to end because of me. I'm going to end you guys. Yes, you are.
definitely not.
Yes, you are. You guys can't handle the heat. I've been having you melt down for weeks now. Look at that face. Look at that. Goofy. I told you I'm going to end your religion. Lay it out too. It's really simple. I think that if people see what Scientology is really like, that they'll be aghast. Additionally, I think there are a whole community of people who are First Amendment auditors, who audit things like post offices and hospitals and stuff like that, where they could be using this target-rich environment of these guys. It's a target-rich environment. This is a target-rich environment and do some good. And so I think that people can replicate this model that I'm using and end this cult, this child trafficking, this human trafficking ring. You are a human trafficking ring. You are a human trafficking ring.
Can't even help.
Why are you talking about that person? What are you doing for them? What are you talking about? You are so desperate. You are so desperate. Wow, this guy should be proud and should be inviting when it comes to a day in the life of a Sea Org member with their $1 billion oh wow, they're gonna walk down the block, guys. So remember I told you I'm a marathon runner, right? Bye, see you later. Look at them. Now they said it's not a cult. Totally not a cult, right? Totally not a cult. If you guys want help out, I'll help you out. You know you don't like this life. There's no way you like this life. Don't you miss your families? Don't you miss your families? You miss your families, don't you? Look at them.
Oh, man, look at these guys.
Scientologists, they're a cult. You see it? Look at them. But they like human trafficking and stuff. And pedos. Huh? Nah, don't. Child trafficking and stuff. Look at them. Look at them. They're a cult. They can't talk to their families. The security guard won't let them talk to their families. This security guard, this guy, what are you, from France? Sidewalk, look, he's trying to block me from getting on the sidewalk. Look at this. You are so goofy. I saw a poster of you written in French. I found it on facial recognition. If you want me to reach out to your families, I will. There are better things in life than this. There are better things in life than this. It's a good look for you guys. Imagine being a religion where you have to be so secretive and prevent. They're not really doing anything to me. They just don't want them speaking. They've been hijacked. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, you have a great one. You have a great one. Well, you see what they're like. What kind of religion acts like that? What kind of religion? And so, like, you know, honestly, they think they're gonna intimidate me, which is really goofy because they're the least intimidating thing. Like I said, I do a couple things in this town. I'm a cop watcher, probably the LAPD's one of the top critics of the LAPD. I'm also a government accountability activist. I go after the mayor, I go after city council for the wasteful spending, for the ineffective policies, and for the outright corruption. And it's an enormous amount of corruption, all of them. Karen Bass, the entire city council. I believe in just standing up for what's right. And I don't think what they're doing is right. And nobody stands up to them. Everybody's scared of them because of a perception of harassment. But like I said, they're a paper tiger. What they're used to doing is running to the LAPD, have a great relationship back under Captain Palka, who did his best to protect Scientology, but also Les Moonves of, was it CBS? Their specialty back then was covering up rapes, covering up sexual assaults. So they've had a relationship with them, and Scientology usually has LAPD do their dirty work. They hire off-duty LAPD to do investigative work, which is actually against LAPD policy, to work as a private investigator. But then they also hire ex-LAPD to investigate all their victims, like Danny Masterson's victims. Somehow, Danny Masterson, his attorney, oh, you get out of my face. You think you're scaring somebody, goofy? You think you're really gonna scare somebody, goofy? Walk toward me and swerve? Swerve, that's right, you better get out of my way. Kidding me. Shut your mouth, shut your mouth. And again, and you're not scaring anybody. What is that little flashlight? You're not scaring anybody.